to bring to you guys is Wilson Odebear has suffered a serious setback, apparently, as Ange Postecoglou has said. Not sure how long he's going to be out for, but Ange says it's a serious one. So
it looks a serious one. Yeah.
I imagine he's going to be out for some time. Good news is that Jed Spence is back in training and could be in contention to play. But he has said on Sonny he's almost fit, but we're probably going to be aiming for the weekend and not tomorrow. So no Sonny, no Odebear. I can't really see Mikey Moore playing 3 games in the space of a week.
You know what that means?
So it's Timo time, it looks like. It looks like it's going to be Timo time tomorrow night.
Unless you want to put Rishi on the left, I guess. But
yeah, but even Rishi I don't think looks 100% fit just yet.
No, he doesn't.
So I think it's going to have to be Timo. We'll start with you, Kate, though. Do you want to see Ange go full strength? And what does full strength look like?
I'd love to see Ange go full strength. I don't think he will, but I'd love to see it. I think he might give, well, I don't know about give him a rest. I think Romero possibly maybe left out and a Dragushin given a chance. I mean, Romero, he's just not been himself this season. There's, a lot of people saying his head's been turned by Real Madrid. I don't know what it is, but he's been costly for us this season. I think Udogie needs a rest. So maybe we'll see Jed Spence start there. Midfield, I think Bentancur will start. I forgot about Basuma. There's me reading off our midfielders. I forgot completely about Basuma. And I think you're right. I think Timo will start, but I don't think that's a bad call against City. And I'll tell you why. Because they play quite a high line. He's quick with his runs. He's been putting in some really good crosses of late. I'm not a Timo fan at all. I'd quite happily see the back of him. However, we've got him for now, and if we've got to use him, we've got to use him. He looks a broken man. If I was Ange, I'd say to him, look, just try and cross the ball in. Don't take any chances. Don't shoot because you can't score. So just cross the ball in the best you can and make those runs because, like I say, we haven't got a wealth of choice. I don't want to see Richie on the left. But Mikey Moore, I don't think, like you say, I don't think he'll be starting. So I think it will be Werner and then Solanke, and then I suppose Brennan, I would guess. So I want to see it, even if Man City put out their C team, they're fantastic. So we can't afford to make too many changes, in my opinion, if we're going to take this cup seriously, which we should, because we should take them all seriously.
Yeah,
but I think there will be a few changes.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I mean, I was looking at the odds earlier today between Spurs and Man City. Spurs are favourites going into this, which surprised me. Slightly favourites, which surprised me big time.
By far the greatest team the world has ever seen.
They must be looking at the record we have at home against City over the past 5 years and gone on that. But the one for me is Sonny. Sonny not being ready for this game is a bit of a kick in the teeth for me because I was really expecting and hoping to see him play because he's the one that could really hurt that City high line. But Jimbo, where are you at with it? What lineup do you want to see? How strong do you want us to see us go?
Well, I'm not surprised we're favourites, the mighty Spurs. Look, we can beat them. I don't care what team they put out, we can beat them. We've proved that over the last few seasons. So I want to see a strong team. Of course I do, because it's a cup. I think that Ange maybe learnt his lesson on that cup game against Fulham. But I want to see a strong team. And look, Timo has been putting the last couple of times he played, he's been putting some great crosses in. I mean, against Palace, he put some crosses in. They should have got on the end of them. But it's just his confidence in front of goal. So instead of giving him a hard time, let's get behind him and hope that he can turn it around. But I want to see a strong team. I don't know if he'll take Romero out. I'm not sure. I think he does. It wouldn't do any harm to take him out and put Dragushin in. I think we will see Spence definitely because he hasn't had any game time as he lately because of his injury. So I think we'll definitely start with Spence. But midfield, I think Sarr should definitely be in Kulu and Bentancur. I'm with Kate on that. I think start off with that. And the front line, Timo time. Maybe you get a hat trick. You never know.
Have you been on the sauce already? It's a bit early.
and Brennan. keep some faith in him. You know, I will. I'll get behind him.
I think it's important for Timo. Obviously, we can critique him after the fact, but I think once the game is going on for that 90-minute period, we just need to support him through that game and hope that he can turn it around and hope that he can put the ball in the back of the net at some point, hopefully tomorrow night. Sim, where are you at with it? How strong do you want to see us go?
Yeah, I think pretty strong. I do think there will be some changes, and I think some players will get a chance. Like you say, Spence. Obviously, I think Bentacle's going to come in.
Is that what you want to see?
Is that what I want to see? Look, we as you say, we got a massive game against Villa as well on Tuesday. And look, if Man City depends, obviously Man City are gonna rest a lot of players. I'm trying to look at their lineup and trying to anticipate what kind of lineup we should expect in terms of their squad. Like, because Haaland's their only striker, but is he going to play? Because who else? I don't know. If
Haaland's been playing every minute in the Champions League, in the league.
So they're going to give him a rest?
I think they're going to give him a rest. I don't know who they're going to play.
I'm trying to think.
He's not even in England at a minute.
He's in Ballon d'Or. He went to the Ballon d'Or.
No, he didn't. He went to see Malmo, didn't he?
Yeah, he went to see Malmo play. Yeah, because his best friend plays for him.
Back line. I mean, what kind of like are we? Am I seeing this first team squad? Are there just none of them going to play? Like O'Reilly, McAtee, I'm guessing going to play in midfield.
I think O'Reilly's going to. Who the hell's O'Reilly?
I don't know, but he said he's going to play a second team.
He's Paddy's cousin.
Nico O'Reilly.
I mean, a second team would be what, like Matthias Nunes in the middle? Well, I guess he's been starting
recently. I know Doku's injured.
Well, I guess like Gundogan will start. He hasn't been starting recently.
Gundogan. What's the backline going to be? Is Stone's going to play? Rico Lewis, I'm guessing, is going to play.
Well, Rico's been playing every game recently.
Ortega in goal. So is it just going to be academy players? Or
I think McAtee will play. I think he'll start.
I'm guessing like McAtee and O'Reilly will play. Foden, mate. Is Foden going to play?
Foden's Zarel. He started the last 2 games for them.
I mean, they've got a lot of injuries. Bob's injured, Rodri's injured, Grealish, De Bruyne, Doku. So they're a lot of their players who wouldn't usually start are starting at the moment. So are they not going to start?
I mean, Pep said he doesn't want to put any energy into this competition. So he literally said that last week. So judging by the injuries that they do have, they're not playing that well in the league. Surely that they do put out a completely changed side because they don't want to risk any more injuries going in to the league on a important game on the weekend.
And I think if they do that, I think we just need to put our side that can really bully their younger players and physically overwhelm them. They're going to put our really young side. And that means I want to see Bentancur there. I want to see Sarr there. Maybe just put them with Decky as well in the centre. Just really get a really strong free. Keep Solanke in the team. I think kind of Brendan has to play because we don't have any options. I would like to fit in Gray somehow, but you know, if we're going to play Spencer left back, I think we need to play one of Porro or Udogie. So maybe, I mean, I think in general I'd like to play both, but you know, Spence isn't going to play this game; he's never going to play. So
would you consider starting both out?
I'll consider it, but I think I think I'd still put him on the bench because I think Sarr needs to start. I think Bentancur needs to start, and I want one of Maddison or Decky in there. So, unfortunately, as much I want to give Bergvall more chances, I think this one it won't be. I think Romero, Van de Ven, I'm happy to keep them in there. If you wanted to play Dragoshin, I would probably drop Romero. I'd probably play him and Van de Ven, albeit. That means maybe the passing out the back won't be as good, but at least, you know, if it's not Haaland up front, I
don't want to see Dragoshin play this game.
If it's not Haaland up front, I'm confident they can just physically dominate that situation. Unfortunately, it's going to have to be Timo. Is what it is. I don't know who they're going to play at right back, but Timo's going to have to play, and we're just going to have to back him. That's just reality.
I want to see the Van de Ven and Romero play. Go on, Jimbo.
Well, we're on a hiding to nothing, really, because if we lose, if they put out a lesser team and we don't beat them, people can say you can't even beat their lesser team. If they put their lesser team out and we beat them, then people are going to just say, well, you've just beat their third team. So we're on a hiding to nothing anyway. But at the end of the day, the most important thing is beating them and going through, whoever they put out.
Jimbo, forget about what they say if we win the game, because we'll be through to the next round of the cup, and whatever anyone says won't mean anything. So that's the main thing. As long as we get through tomorrow night, Apparently, someone tells me in the comments in the press conference today, Pep says that he wants to win the game and he'll try hard to win. I don't know what that means, but I mean, that's obvious, isn't it? Yeah.
I'm trying to look at what so I'm reading his team news. So Walker, Grealish, Doku, and De Bruyne, Bob and Rodri, and all not there. He says it's demanding schedule with the boss, and that he won't take risks on players following the 1-0 win against Hampton. Guardiola hinted that some players could be available, but insisted the key focus on the squad coming through the clash unscathed. He said, we have a few players. We're going to try and do a good game and try to go through. Always it happens. Last season we went out against Newcastle, but playing really well. Perform well. This is what I want. No injuries, please. Go to the last week before the international break in November. So he definitely seems worried about injuries, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, they're mounting up for him, and I'm not surprised. And, they're not exactly playing the best football that they've played under Pep Guardiola, and with Arsenal and Liverpool on their tails. They need to keep everyone fit. So let's hope they play, never mind a C team, a D team tomorrow night. But yeah, if I go through what I want to see, I mean, it's not too dissimilar what you guys have said, Kate and Jimbo, but I want to see Vicario in goal, Porro right back, Spence left back, Romero, Van der Ven. I'll probably say Bentancur, Sarr, Kulusevski. Put Maddison on the bench. Maybe he can come on and change things if we need. Brennan on the right. Timo on the left. And Big Dom Solanke up top. So, yeah, I think let's go around the room before we end and just give a few score predictions, and then we'll call it there. But Kate, we'll start off with you. What's your score prediction?
Oh, I was feeling quite confident, because I was thinking this would be typically Spursy to lose to Palace and then go and beat Manchester City. But I'm a little bit gutted that Sonny's not available.
Yeah.
But I'm going to stick with it because at the end of the day, we're fans and we're supposed to be deluded. So I am going to go Tottenham 2, Man City 1. And I'm going to have Dominic Solanke and I'm going to have Bentancur to score one as well.
Outside the box, like it. Jimbo?
Yes.
I'm going to go 4-1 to Spurs.
Whoa!
Come on, Jimbo! Come on!
The bookies are listening to this. That's like past favourites.
I think that
shortening their odds as we speak.
I think we're going to get a reaction to the other day, and I really think that Postecoglou has been pushed into a corner with picking this team. I think if we'd have beat Palace, that he might have gone with a lesser team, but he doesn't want to lose another one, straight away. So I think he's been pushed into a corner, and he's going to play a strong team, and I think they will play a lesser team, and I think we'll go out there and we'll perform and we redeem ourselves. So I'm going to go 4-1.
4-1. You know what? The last time a 4-1 was predicted on this channel, it came through when Sim predicted 4-1 against West Ham when I laughed him out of the room at that stage, but it came through. So we'll leave Sim's prediction till last because he's actually been spot on with his predictions recently, apart from he did predict a win against Crystal Palace. But I'm going to go for a lot of goals. I'm going to go 3-2 to Spurs. I think we'll get over the line. I think Man City can hurt us even if they play a lesser team. But I think Spurs should be able to, with their first team out, physically dominate this City side a little bit. It's going to be a bit of a ding-dong battle, I think it's going to be a real classic cup tie tomorrow night under the lights at the Tottenham Stadium. So 3-2 to Spurs. Sim?
I think if Haaland's in the squad, I'm going to go for the game to go to penalties. And I think it'll be like 2-2. And Spurs will win on penalties.
Yeah, you don't really believe that.
Yeah, come on. Spurs are going to win on... Only if Vicario's in goal. Of course.
You don't back Fraser Forster penalty.
If Haaland's not in the squad, I think we can win. And I'm going to go 2-1. I'm going to go 2-1 Spurs if Haaland's not in the squad.
All right, same as Kate. Great minds think alike, I guess, eh?
Come on.
Sim,
yeah.
when has Haaland had a good game against us?
Well, he scored twice when they beat us 2-0 last game.
No, so that's the only. Yeah, Tim.
Yeah, but the difference is we wanted him to. That's the difference.
Oh, yeah, that's
we always get the result we want against City. Put it that way.
When we drew 3-3 against them last season at the Etihad, I mean,
he had
he
a
was
shocker.
shocking
He
that
had a
game,
man.
wasn't he?
Yeah, the
He
man.
doesn't normally play well against
the
us.
game where Kane broke his Tottenham record, he was anonymous that game.
yeah.
I'm trying to remember early in that season when we played. Oh, we beat them. Oh no, we lost 4-2. I think he scored that game. We lost 4-2 at the Etihad when we were 2-0 up, and we lost 4-2. So yeah, but I think usually he's not all that.
Yeah, but in that game, in the 3-3, he had so many chances, didn't he? Emerson was just playing him through on goal time and time again. And I mentioned Emerson because I can see Barry in the comments there, so just showing a bit of, throwing a bit of shade on Emerson.
It was a bit like Aguero. Do you remember when he used to struggle to score against Tottenham as well? So let's hope, even if Haaland plays, he has an absolute nightmare. But can I just say one more thing? I know a lot of people around you, and everyone's entitled to feel where they want, but it is only early days, and a lot of people are saying he's our worst manager for 17 years, whatever, blah blah blah. Everyone's got to remember that we had Kane for a lot of these managers' tenure, and the amount of times Kane got us out of trouble in games. If you'd have taken out Harry Kane, I bet you now Ange wouldn't be the worst manager statistically. So I think people have to take into context that we lost one of the, if not the best player we've ever had when they're judging Ange. And I think the whole Ange in, Ange out, whatever you want to call it, causes a lot of divide in the fan base. But just get behind the manager. I really, honestly, as an older fan, not as old as Jimbo, but an older fan, I don't see how we can just keep sacking managers and hoping that it works when we've got evidence it doesn't. So get behind the manager. I'm sure we can turn it round. And that was all I wanted to say, my little speech.
Good. I completely agree. I couldn't have said it better myself, but I think that does bring an end to the panel show. So I want to thank Kate and Jimbo from The Perfect Match. Thank you very much for coming on today. Do you want to let us know what's coming up on the channel over the next couple of days? Yeah,
of course. It used to be just The Girl Who Loves Spurs. Now it's The Perfect Match because Jimbo's always with me, and he was getting a bit paranoid being called The Girl Who Loves Spurs. So we've got a match preview tomorrow lunchtime. I don't know if we've got the pump up show tomorrow night, but
yes, please.
There you go. We've got the pump up show. The Perfect Match is on most lunchtimes from 12 o'clock, where we do all sorts. We do match previews, match recaps. We do Premier League previews with Chang and Nick. He's always on there on Mondays and Fridays. So it's you're not going to get the arguing and the screaming. We try and keep it as calm and lighthearted as we can because we're older, we can't deal with the stress, so we just go with the flow. So please come over and sub to our channel.
Brilliant. Well, please do go and sub to The Perfect Match. The link is in the title if you want to head straight over there and hit that subscribe button. Brilliant Spurs content. And once again, thank you, Kate.